Hey, what is up guys? It's Excuse Me, I'm Jack, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution 2 video. So, I recently just uploaded this Utah Raptor enclosure mixed with the um, Gigantoraptor. Sorry, I couldn't remember your name. So, they're vibing right now. None of them are killing each other, so that's fun. That's amazing. I think I have that turned on. That they can kill each other. It's nice that they can all coexist with each other in this enclosure. I don't think there are any in this area over here. There's one all the way at the, like, over here. I really love this model of this dinosaur though. I really love the feathers and the fuzziness. But yeah, this was this enclosure, and I did some things off camera. I created a tour so we can transport our guests from one place to another, and I just looped it back around all over here. Um, I think in the end, I'm going to modify this whole operations area and make the tour actually go through it because I don't like how it just goes around like that. And I do want the tour to kind of go through the operations area anyways, because I like the whole feeling of like, oh, that's a part of it, you know? You can see the working part of it. Um, I feel like that's important for, I guess, dynamic when it comes to like nature versus, infrastructure. So, yeah. Uh, I don't know if you guys can tell though, but a lot of my decorating has to do with nature because to me, I feel like I like nature more than just putting a whole bunch of random buildings together and like little plazas and stuff. Like this would make sense in my mind because it's the entrance to the tour. You know, there's a picnic area, right? We have our tour sign, we have our dinosaur, it's a grand entrance kind of thing to the park in a way. Right? Same thing with this. I need to put something else here because I feel like just some shrubbery would work too. But I need to figure out what to put here later on as well. Um, and they start to do some decorating, some decorating, open areas. I don't like how open some of the areas can be, especially like this one over here. But today we're going to be working on the Tarbosaurus Enclosure. This is one of the dinosaurs introduced in the new paid DLC pack, and I know it's a lot of your guys' favorite because it was featured in the Camp Cretaceous Netflix adventure thing. So, I'm like, you know what? I'll do this. I think the last one, what was the last dinosaur in that pack? It was, wait, what's the last dinosaur in that pack again? It's not Big Chicken. Which one is it? Um, the last dinosaur in that pack was... Oh, yeah. Oh, it's up here. Yeah, you. Where are you? Where are you? Wait, what? C-O. There you are. Yeah, that one's gonna be an interesting enclosure. Um, I will probably do it on this side of the park. So we do kind of have our little Main Street area, but I don't want it to be like a Main Street area as well. This is gonna be like a fountain. I'm gonna do that later as well. But we're focused on the Tarbosaurus right now. My brain's like live wiring right now. So I have this area set up a little bit. Pretty much what I did from the last video is I made it go up higher, right? I made the path go up a few more, and I added a viewing gallery and connected it with fences. And then I added a circle at the end. The terrain is pretty much, elevated. It elevates 2 times, just a little bit. So it's kind of like up and up. But yeah, we're gonna have a fountain here, and it just loops back around. So we have a natural end instead of putting like another visitor center or something there. But we can actually continue with this enclosure. So this enclosure, sorry, was it? This enclosure, we can just continue off with where we were. We can add a fence just right here, connected to the Utah Raptor enclosure. Like so. We're gonna add some trees right here at towards the end of the video, because that's gonna bother me for a little while. And then this enclosure is going to actually continue on from here. I'm going to take a look at this and see how far that goes. This goes to the end of the tree line. Okay, perfect. Right, so this can just loop back around about here. Like so. Okay, now it's time to do some terrain editing. Let's make this go down just a little bit on this side. This whole area is kind of really elevated, so I'm going to make a cliff in this back part. I feel like that terrain is okay. It's just I want to make the end of this cliff a little bit more rigid. So I'm going to use the raise terrain tool to kind of raise it a little bit on the ends right here. And we need a natural like kind of slope to get there, to get up to this part of the enclosure. So I'm gonna level this area and then kind of slope it down. So I'm gonna use a radius of 2 on this part, and kind of just have it slope down. We're gonna deal with like the like textures and stuff in a second, but for right now, let's just do this. Right, and then this is going to be where our water where our water is. So our water is gonna go like this, and I just kind of want it to be kind of down here. This is the smallest the water can be, so I'm going to actually remove a little bit of it. I don't like putting huge lakes of water. I like putting rivers mostly, because I feel like it's just more of a vibe. It takes up less space in my opinion. Well, it does take up less space. It's not an opinion. It does take up less space. So like something like that, and then you can see the water kind of just deteriorate. All right. Then we could have like some trees in the center part. We can remove a little bit of it so it doesn't like go into the water. Right. And then this is where we use like a little bit more like of the decorative trees. But now we're gonna do like this. Oh my god, the wolves. You can hear the wolves howling. Oh my god. I never realized some of these like details in the game before. I don't know why. I don't know if I had a setting off, but yeah. Alright, so this is going to be here. For viewing purposes of the gallery, I'm going to have this area a little bit like that, okay? This, I'm just going to get rid of all the vegetation in this part of it. Then I'm going to add our cliff. So our cliff is going to be right here. I'm going to make this all rock. So we're going to add a layer of rock for right now, all the way to the water. That's perfect the way it is now. I just want to say all the terrain on the outside of this enclosure, I'm going to mess with it later on in another video. I'll modify the terrain as I go, as you can see like I did right here. It's just I'll modify the terrain as I go. Okay, next thing I want to add is sand on the bottom of this. Right, sand and dirt. I want to do a little bit of dirt just to get that texture in there without removing the sand entirely. Okay. I want to remove that because that's kind of giving off weird vibes. Okay. Then now we can add trees. So again, I want to make sure that the tree line is covering the fence in the back because you don't want to see that. So, this works the way it is now. This whole area up here is elevated. Let's actually change the trees to this, and then have this be on the outer area. Okay, let's add a little bit of trees in this area. Cool. Then let's add some more sand right here. Actually, let's just add more sand to the ends of this lake real quick. Right, this whole area can be sand as well. We can add sand here, then we can add sand to this island. And then the sand can just go like that. And then we could have a dirt path kind of just come down from here. Cool, and then where do we want our entrance? I'm guessing the entrance is going to be right here. So we can have this slope down all the way to there. We just do it like that. And then we can remove the tree line. This viewing gallery is kind of obsolete, to be honest. But we're just gonna keep it there just because. Okay, let's add the gate so we don't forget later on. Gate goes here. I like doing these types of gates in my actual, like, challenge modes and my campaigns too, because there are a lot of situations where the one gate goes out. So it's just like, oh, if this entrance goes out, then the other one will not be out. So, you know, it's kind of a safety procedure. Sometimes both gates go out, but, you know, it's very rare. So, you know, I just like double gating it sometimes. Because the gates only cost what? How much do they cost? They don't actually tell me the cost. They cost like what? 50 to 150k, right? So, you know, it's not that much. Right, we want to smooth this terrain down here though, because it's kind of all over the place, right? Then I think we can add again our ground fibers. Like I said in the last video, I want to add a little bit of texture to the ground that is not shrubbery, because the shrubbery kind of looks really, really bad in this level for some reason. I never really liked using shrubbery to begin with though, because the shrubbery does not look good. In my opinion, it does not look good. The shrubbery does not look good. Okay, so we have this whole thing going on. Now, that's pretty much our enclosure. This area is kind of boring in my opinion. So we can add some, like, you know, trees and stuff. More trees. Right? But now we need some feeders. So we can put a feeder right here just to see the view of the dinosaurs. But we also need a goat feeder. So I'm going to actually put the goat feeder up here, alongside with the ranger station. The ranger station is going to be ranger station, I think, should be like right here, right? And then we can add some more trees around it. Okay, this is where I'm going to actually use some of these trees in the decorations, and then just place down a little bit of trees. I'll put one of those there, down there, right there, right there. You know, just a little bit of something, you know, nothing too much. And then I want to add some more trees to this island. Okay, and then I want to add more trees right here. Okay, this part right here, I wanted this lower. Right, and then I feel like we can add some trees in this little gap right here. And then this can just continue on like this. Right. Again, I'll work with the terrain later on, but for right now, this is just going to be how it is here. I want to add a few more trees. Maybe a bush or two as well. You know, just something small, not like entirely like removing the area that you can see through. So, you know, something small. I don't really want to slope this area, but I will do a little bit of a cliff here. Again, you can't see the cliff because it's, you know, there we go. And then we can add the trees on the bottom part right here. I'm going to try to remove these trees. There we go, that works. So, you know, something like that. I want to add some rock texture towards the bottom though, so it's not just all mountain down here. Perfect. And then rock texture on the top, or the dirt texture on the top of this like mountain. So just a little bit, like so. Perfect. All right, so we have our like viewing area of the enclosure. It's kind of elevated. We have our viewing platform, and I think the view is pretty solid. You know, obviously there's a little bit of a blank space. We could actually, hold on, let me look at this real quick. Maybe we could actually,
Your attention, please.
ooh, we can actually get rid of this. Hold on. So we can get rid of this, and we can actually apply one of these up here. Right? And then hopefully we can, yeah, we can. What is this? What's going on here? Oh, it's trying to latch on to the pathway. Okay. There you go. That's why I was acting weird. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, then we can delete these, I guess. And then have it come back to here. Okay. Like so. I think we could definitely add more trees. Add more trees. Okay, apparently it doesn't want trees there. Oh, rocks, duh. Again, I forget about rocks a lot. It's just, I don't know how to place them a lot of the time. It's like, I don't want to place them all together, but at the same time, a random rock in like the little area just does not make sense to me. You know, rocks clumped together makes more sense to me than that. Okay, so like rocks like this. You know, just random stuff like that. This area needs to be a little bit more, you know, like that. We can probably add like a rock behind it. Okay, then we can add some trees in the back over here. Okay, then this is where the bushes come into play. You know, you can add some bushes in the back just to make it look like there's no trees back there, or no fence back there. I don't want to add that. Okay, so we have that going on. Okay, that happened, I guess. Let's delete that. I thought that was gonna make it go away. Can we replace this? Can we make this look like a different tree? Hi, goat. Here, there we go. That's a different tree now. Okay. Cool. So we have pretty much, honestly, 100%, almost 100% viewing. There's just this little gap right here, but you know, oh well. But yeah, that's a nice enclosure. I've been messing around a lot with the like terrain and like leveling. I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys are old viewers of the channel. Um, my enclosures used to always be like flat. They always were flat. And I don't know, after a while I was just like, oh, do I even like this enclosure anymore? Because it's, you know, flat. Okay. So we have this whole thing going on here. Nice. So for an entrance, I'm going to have the entrance be of all of the new paid DLC dinosaurs. So we will be having the other one right here, possibly. And then the rest of it's going to be like little areas of, you know, where our tour vehicle can go. So last thing I want to do for this video is I want to mess with this area. I want to decorate this area because I'm counting this as a part of the enclosure. So I want to add these at the ends right here. Okay, for right here we can do that, like that. Okay, I'm not going to make this go all the way down, right? Because there is a gap there. Like there is an elevation. And if I put something like this, it's going to screw it a little bit, right? It's gonna make it flat, right? Oh no, it's not. It's just gonna look weird. Again, it looks weird, so I'm not gonna do that. So I think the best course of action for this is to put random trees. You know. Okay. I'm gonna delete this tree in the middle. There's this one map. Which one is it? The Southwest? The like Grand Canyon map? There's that map where there's a bird always like making noises, and I find it so funny because my friend makes the same noises. So it's just like, oh, it sounds like my friend. I won't add these yet. I'll do all the benches and stuff in like the last part of it, because you know, adding all that stuff, I'm just gonna forget that I have it. I want to add something in the middle of these that's not trees, you know? I just don't know what. We can add the statue of the Spinosaurus in this one. You know, just something that's not trees. This one's gonna be a lot more interesting because what if we do? It's because it's elevated. I don't like that. Everything's gonna look weird right here. put a pile. What is it called? Big pile of dung? Okay. Nah, that's too huge. Man, I don't know what we can put here. I mean, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be anything there, I guess, right? I think this is too big for it too. Why not? Let's just do this. Here, what we can do is we can do this there. And we can add like a plant. We can add planters right here. Oh, that kind of elevated the terrain. That kind of messed with it, didn't it? Here, let's see if we can salvage this a little bit. Okay. That works. Okay. Now for the rest of this, I'm just gonna add trees. In this part, I'm just gonna add trees. I feel like the whole thing with me and fences is that if there's a fence in the way, I'm gonna add trees. Again, nature over infrastructure. You know, that's my whole thing with this game. Again, if you're a long-time viewer, you can tell that I like mess with trees a lot. So, you know, trees are just kind of my go-to thing. It's either trees or tables and chairs. Now there's a lot of options for that, so I actually haven't been dealing with tables and chairs in a while. But like, you know. It is what it is. So it's not this there. Okay, perfect. We have our little enclosure completed over here. I'm just gonna add another fountain right here. Sorry guys, I'm like prolonging this video. I just want to do a little bit of things. Where is it? It's right here. We haven't added this fountain. This fountain's small. Wait. Oh wait, how huge is this area? Wait. Okay, this circle is bigger than I thought it was. Alright. So, what we can do... We can divvy this up. Find the center. Add our fountain. Okay. We can add like a half circle here. Or not a half circle. Sorry, I don't know geometry apparently. A circle on the inside of this. That is not even. Okay. I have this. This, we could have it be like that. Right. And then what we can do is this whole area right here. Is filled in. Okay. Then the area is going to be trees. So what we can do is we can add our trees on the ends right here. Not these ones. think these bushes are gonna be a little bit too big for this area, so I won't add the bushes. I'll just add trees. This one there. Boom, that will work. Then in the center right here, what we can do is we can go here and we can do some chairs now. We can add some benches on the top. And on the sides. Actually, no, hold on. Let's add benches like this. We go all the way around the fountain. Do we know if the guests actually sit on the benches? I don't remember seeing if they do. Right, and then we can add some trash cans as well. I know that's gonna mess with some of you guys' OCD, but you know, everything in this park is not gonna be perfect. This is gonna mess with mine, so I'm gonna remove that one real quick and put another one down like right here. Okay. I'm not gonna like how this circle of tables is gonna come out. I already can confirm it right now. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, tables are just placed there, right? Let's make this even more annoying. Like so. Okay. And then on the outside, we can do... Hello? Okay. Okay. Now we can add some of these closed umbrellas places. We can add opened ones where the closed ones aren't. Right, and then we have like a little area right there. All right. So, wait, I was about to end the video. Wait, we're missing something, guys. Missing our main part of this video. We're missing the dinosaur. So, Tarbosaurus T. Up, right there. All right, let's modify its genome. Ooh, we need this one. We definitely need this one. Let's get rid of all the negative ones. I'm gonna give it some social animation or social traits so it could actually be a little bit better. Okay, synthesize batch. I'm gonna do one more, but one more of, I think it was Death Valley and I don't remember. I hope these guys don't need that much space. Here, let me 3 times speed this. I hope they don't need that much space. Alright, let's do one of these. And then for these ones, we can do both of them. Let's hope that they don't need this much space. They like sand and they like a little bit of water, so hopefully if they need more space, then we can get rid of some of the area. Let's see this animation. Huh. Okay, I vibe with that a little bit. It was interesting. At first, I was skeptical about the camera view because I'm like, oh, it's in like a view of a camera, right? Like it's straight up in the view of like the side right here or something, right? Like it was a camera. So that was definitely interesting to see, right? And I'm like, okay, it's kind of weird how it's actually displaying as a camera, but the exit animation actually makes sense. Because it like looks at the camera and it sniffs us. I find that actually really cool. I find it actually really cool. Like, look, actually, it's a really nice model, to be honest. God, I don't know what's my favorite out of all of these. I'm still probably gonna have to go with the Utah Raptor, but God, there's a lot of like nice packs of this DLC. Like this is definitely one of the best like paid like DLC dinosaur packs, like the dinosaur pack itself. Okay, let's add all 3 of you to this enclosure. This should be enough area, right? Let's hope it is. But damn, those are some nice models. The animation is actually really cool. I'm gonna take back what I said about it a little bit. It's actually really cool. The animation is really cool. Okay, for right now, I'm just going to do this. Okay. Okay, I think you guys actually like your enclosure. That's nice. It needs a little bit more sand, but they're gonna figure that out eventually, that there's sand some other places. So it's really good. Interesting. Did it just eat a goat? Oh, it just ate a goat. Alright, I feel like this is way too much water for them to though. I'm going to get rid of some of the water. It's like kind of right here. Alright, give them more sand right here. Alright. Perfect. This goes down right there. They should be happy now. Yes, let's go. Look at them all. That's nice. All right. Ooh, that's gonna bother me. That's gonna bother me right here. The fence. Oh, frick. Okay. That's a lot more. That's better. Whatever, let's get rid of some of this water right here. It's just the slope was way too high for that fence, and it was not it for me. Like, that looks a lot better because it's like actually elevating. What it was before, it was like straight and then it goes whoop, and that was not a vibe. Okay, bro, you guys are in my camera view, bro. All right, let's do something like this. They're moving as a pack. That's amazing. I really love how the nature is with this and the mountain in the background. I feel like this park actually has some good parts. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this episode. The next episode will come out eventually. I might do it. Might do it this weekend. It might come out on Monday. Because I'm actually loving just playing this game right now. I actually wanted to play the game. I know I said in like I think the last video that my motivation for playing the game was kind of iffy. But I'm actually kind of loving the new dinosaurs, the new models. Where are they? Like, look at that. That's actually really. That's nice. That's cool. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one.